Hello, everybody. So, welcome back to Space Engineers, and this time I have a few plans of what I want to get done. So, let's back away from that for a second because it's really loud. But between episodes, I went and found three of the flat ice lakes. Um, and I just essentially just made some hydrogen bottles and flew around to try and find them. Um, And where are they? That's not it. It's Flat Lake 2, Flat Lake 1, and then Flat Lake 3 is all the way over there, basically on the other side of the planet. So I think the reason I want to get to a flat lake um, is because that way I can use these rovers, like actually use them a little bit, have an area that's easy to build on. Um, because last episode when we were driving this thing around, it struggled getting up and down this hilly terrain. Like really struggled. Um, I'm just gonna destroy this while I'm talking. But the idea is that if I'm on the flat ground, it won't struggle. I'll actually be able to fill the thing up the whole way because the rover wasn't even full last time. It was like, I don't know, I'd say maybe a quarter full, and it could not drive up and down the hills. So the idea is we're just going to pack everything up we can into the rover. Um, in case you didn't notice, there's a few things I did to the rover. First of all, lights going all the way around the thing, side lights, rear lights, headlights, so that we can see at night and in the blizzard. And then at the base, I made a refinery and the actual assembler. Um, and the reason I did that was because I was doing a lot of, um, I essentially wanted to process all of the materials that we brought in. As you can see, there's still stuff in the rover that hasn't even been touched yet. Um, but we do have a lot of resources now. And I think what I'll probably end up doing is just while I'm tearing this down, let this all build, and then um, once I tear this apart, I'll just essentially just shuttle everything over here, shut the refineries off, whatever isn't refined, you know. What I could do, I don't want to get that. But I actually had to add a bunch of power because those things run hard, and even now, the rover batteries are gonna be full in like 10 hours. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these and we're gonna set these to recharge. And this, yeah, that'll be depleted soon. Because I'm going to be destroying this stuff, at least a little bit, so that we can just go when we need to. Um, I made this little platform for the rover here, and um, so I to just essentially explain my actions here. I have this on the bottom for a reason. Um, it's because when we actually make a base, it'll be a ton easier to have to just lower the suspension or raise a essentially a piston in the ground up until the required height and connect it. However, that really sucked right now when we don't have a base because that means I had to build this platform up in the air because I couldn't get it under the ground and everything. Yeah, it was a whole ordeal. Not fun. I'd recommend if you have a base, use the raising, put it like on the bottom or on the top or something. But if it's on the back, but before you have a base, just put it on the back and just kind of back into something. Makes it easier. Uh, and another thing, I got the full medical station up because I built the refinery. I was able to refine that gold and silver, which we weren't able to do before. which is kind of nice. This nickel is taking ages. Why can't, oh, okay. Why can't I put you in there? I could put you in the connector. Now can this connector put it to the other cargo containers? Huh. The ore can go through. See, this can go to whatever it needs to. Oh, I could put it in here. That's fine. Oh, it's because of the sizes. I'm using the small side rather than the big side. That's why. That makes sense. So you see how there's these little connectors here, and then there's the big ones on the side. If I didn't use the small connectors, it would have been fine, but I didn't. So that's what we're stuck with. Nothing is being produced, so I can get rid of this assembler now. I have full up on inventory space. Between episodes, I just essentially just set a build order for a whole ton of stuff. Where is it? It's not it. Here, like we have over 1,000 steel plates after the refinery, so we have like 1,200 steel plates or 2,200 steel plates or something like that. So, uh-oh. That's all the ingots. So we've got plenty of storage or materials to get started once we get to one of the salt lakes. And if I had to guess, it'll probably be the one that's closest. I mean, that only makes sense. But we have to check out the terrain and see how it actually will pull it out. And then I'm going to have to make a little adjustment to our rover. That way, let's see, where is it in this list? Here. I have to put a survival kit on here. And the reason for that is because I'm going to be destroying our medical station, even though I just built it. And that is so that in case I were to die, we don't lose all progress. Kind of annoying, but has to be done. Metal components, motors, displays, and computers. So that's a little bit of everything. Exploders, motors, computers, displays, and medical components, which should be in here already. Oh no, I haven't destroyed the thing yet. We're good. Yep, that's good. Toss all that in there. Come over here. Destroy this thing. Inventory is full, of course, always. That's not going to be a permanent addition because that would look really awful up there. But I need it just for our travel over to the new lands. All right. So I got everything packed up. Everything is in the rover. All the materials, everything that we've collected up to this point is here. We got materials, we got raw materials, we got building stuff, we got ice, we got everything. And I think it's going to be time to finally hop in here in this square looking rover. Oh, before we do, GPS. base is no longer the base, so we can get rid of it. And I'm going to start parking brake off, and then one more thing. I need to turn the batteries on. Oh, we're rolling backwards. Alright. I turned the batteries off, or I put them on to recharge, so that way they wouldn't, uh, like, use power right now, because it's going to be a long trek, and if we end up using all our power now, we're going to be kind of screwed. Um, and I have no idea how long this is going to take to get all the way to there, to the base location. I mean, it's a long distance. I don't know how much stuff, how many problems we're going to run into. But let's do a little of that. Power's already at 100%, so we don't have to worry about that. And I guess we must have used a bunch of materials since I brought this back, or like the refined materials are lighter because this thing is traversing a lot easier than when it was full of just like the raw ore, which would make sense, but also I'm not sure about the game's mechanics that much. I'm just looking ahead right now, and I don't know how we're going to do this because there is a mountain range in the way. I tried to find like the ice lakes that were closer, but I just could not find any. And so we gotta go, 36 kilometers in that direction to get to the closest one that I found. So this is gonna be a long journey. I might have to end up putting a solar panel on top of this thing to charge the batteries if it gets if we end up running out of battery, which would suck, but oh boy. And we're almost stuck already. This is any omen to how the rest of the trip is gonna go. It's gonna be a long, long journey. Come on. Alright, we're gonna get a little bit of speed. Come on, come on. They're just spinning. Alright, park. Wheels. Friction. Give us some better friction. Oh, parking brake again. More. More friction. Come on. There we go. That'll make it. Barely. But yeah, this thing is not going to be able to take very many steep inclines. It doesn't have the ability to do that, obviously. Alrighty. Down through here. Let's up the speed a little bit more. That way we don't run into that problem again, hopefully. Oh, which way are we gonna go? I see that valley maybe up there to the left. Might be our only chance. Alrighty, I'm gonna start making this trip, and if anything interesting happens during it, I will let you guys know. Hey, so it's been a little. I've been, trekking as I do. And I made some good progress. We're only about 23 kilometers away rather than 36 or however many it was to start off with. Um, and oh, I can't see that mountain up there. I just tried to. There was a little mountain pass I tried to go through, and I just could not get enough weight off of this thing. Um, I just went through essentially and got rid of all the unprocessed ore that I didn't need except that ice. Um, Thinking that maybe I'd be able to drop enough weight to get me through there. It was like a really steep, but it would have gone essentially straight towards our objective there. But sadly, that didn't work out. So all that unprocessed ore is gone, which that doesn't really matter. It's just a bunch of cobalt at that point, because cobalt takes a little while to process. But oh, what planet is that up there? I think that might be the toxic one, maybe. I'm not sure. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to give a little update as we're about a third of the way there now, a little past it. And it's just a lot of mountain terrain. Um, I did have to end up putting a solar panel on top. It was sunny for a while, but now it looks like the sun is finally starting to go down. So that kind of sucks, but it's alright. We'll get there. Probably another hour of my time. Uh, once when there's flat spots like this, we make some pretty good progress. Like you can tell, like we're dropping. Just while I've been talking, we've gone like a kilometer and a half. So as long as I can find good paths, we'll be fine. But this mountain range immediately in front of us looks like it's going to slow us down a little bit, which kind of sucks. Oh boy. And now that it is getting dark, I I mean, I have my lights, but I'm not going to be able to see very much. Yeah. So I probably have to wait until daytime in order to continue going. And it looks like it's raining again, so it's super foggy. Yeah, this looks like a good stopping point. I'd say right here. Alrighty. So for me, I'll be waiting until daytime. For you guys, I might be another 10 kilometers ahead. Who knows? But yeah, that's what I'm working with right now. Alrighty. So I am just about to be 10 kilometers away from the flat lake, and as far as I'm aware, all I have to do is kind of go through this valley, which I'm currently in, because that's it, the pointer right there for Flat Valley 2. And it's just becoming daytime because thank God we were running out of power. Um, I guess you can't really see it, but on the top there's the solar panel, which I said I would probably put, and there's 4 gyros. Oh boy, this is a tough bit of terrain here. There's 4 gyros up there, and the reason for that is because there was a couple of times when there was just too steep and there was like rocks like this, and I just needed to get down it. So what I did was I kind of just flung myself off the side and then just made sure I didn't land on my wheels. Um, that was kind of unrealistic, but also like it was the only way to get down some of these mountain cliffs. Um, and then on the sides there, the other half is those thrusters there, which I primarily used for getting up steeper inclines, which I couldn't get up with just the wheels alone. Um, but those things are what sucked down all of my power because I needed to keep them on for extended periods of time or to get up the slopes, and that is what sucked all the power. But now that we're it's daytime, the solar panel should be working. Are you working? You should be. 9 kilowatts, but it's something. It's what I need. But I have to keep the gyroscopes and the thrusters turned off essentially all the time because they just suck down power. But just as I was talking, there's another kilometer. Um, but this is taking much longer than the hour that I thought it would take to get to this far. And that's simply because the last little bit has been super mountainous terrain. I haven't been able to just kind of coast like I am right now because it was getting up and it was essentially just getting over a mountain range is what I had to do. And that took a very long time. I mean, it basically took the whole night, which is, I think this is on a 2 hour period. So take that for what you will. But we're getting close. And I will bring you back when we can finally see it. There it is. Look at that, our new home. Now, the question is, how do we get down there? Probably over there. This is going to be the most difficult part of the journey is getting over there. Although it looks like I can just go around there and come down. So that's what we'll probably do. Park and brake. Forward. Almost out of power, but we're good. Oop. Bye, trees. You aren't necessary anyways. I wonder how long this is going to take to get around the whole, essentially all the way around the ice lake. But this should be pretty easy. We're on the home stretch now, thank God. This journey has taken quite a while to finish up. So once we get there, I might call it the end of the episode. Maybe I'll do a little bit of setting up, but after that, we should be really good to go. Get started. Actually, start building a base and stuff. Let's see. Where are we going? Okay. This is fine. And around here. And up. Oop. A little bit of air. A little bit of air. Well, we should be okay. Goodbye, trees. The great deforestation has begun. I can't tell if there's ridges on this. No, no, we're good. Uh-oh. Oh, oh, oof. All right, we're good. Thank God, this thing is really, really stable. Even though my gyroscopes are off right now, it's still able to relatively easily land. Oh, maybe I should turn them on. That might be smart. But we should be around the other side. I think that's where we're going, up there. Can I go across this? Oof. Get out of here, tree. Did that damage me? Nope, we're sure we're good. Ugh. Stupid connector. Alright, we're gonna go this way. And I believe up here somewhere is that little inlet we saw. Another good thing about coming down here is we're not going to have any blizzards anymore. It'll still rain, but the blizzards are like, I don't have to worry about losing visibility and not being able to do anything, any recording, any building, any nothing for, 20 minutes at a time, because that was really annoying. What's in this rock? Cobalt. All right. And this looks like iron up here. What's in? Nothing. Nothing's in you. Alright. Alright. What's the best way down here? Is it going to be through there? Yeah, looks like it. Or maybe it'll be around here. No, it's definitely going to be back that way. Prep. Alright, I'm fat fingering all the buttons right now. We'll probably have to make a better, like, make an actual way up and down so that way this doesn't. Because I don't think this rover can be able to come back up through here, at least not with the full load. Boosters. There we go. Although it shouldn't have to come back up through with the full load. It just has to get up there, which means that needs to be wider, or we could just make our own path. Probably just make our own path. It's probably easier, or more long-term sustainable, I should say. But there we are. You're on the ice flat. And we can, these are all off now. Oh, they were on. Oh well. But yeah. So I think what's going to happen is maybe that one over there. Maybe this one over here. I'm not really sure, but one of these mountains we're going to tunnel into and make like that our main operating base. That way we can have essentially this entire like flat area as a spot to build and launch rockets into space when we need them. Ooh, we're a little slippy. It is ice. Yeah, I think we'll do the other one. I think we'll go where I'm pointed, like right there. Probably go into that section there. But yeah, I don't know how long this video has really been because I've been doing a lot of takes. Or not a lot of takes, but I've been splitting it up, not recording most of the journey, so I have no idea how long the actual video is going to be. But I think that's going to be where I call this episode here. Next episode, I think we're going to start making the base, which means that actually what's going to happen is that between episodes, I'm going to essentially just rebuild what we had at the other place and that I tore down, just like an assembler or a refinery, some storage, and oxygen, hydrogen generator, stuff like that. A place to dock this thing up, and that'll be probably what I do between episodes, and that way when the next episode comes, we can start working on the base. Yeah, so we did take a little bit of damage. That's fine. Here we go. Just make sure everything's all good. Alrighty. And on that mark, or on that note, I'm going to leave this thing here. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.